This is a pest control video. If you do not favour that kind of content, then please do not continue to watch.
Welcome to Midland Squirrel Hunter. So a bit of a surprise today with this video. I've been sent some footage from a very good friend of mine who's considered an airgun legend and a master at his craft, and that's Andrew, formerly of A.M Bushcraft. He's now on Instagram as One Man and His Dog. He sent me some footage over, which I'll let him explain towards the end of the video, so please stay tuned for that. It's really exciting and it's some good shots in there as well. So the first part of the video is me out on the grey management. So I'm going to a part of the woodland that some of you will be familiar with, known as the rookery. I've not been up there for a few months purely because activity had died down. I have noticed within the last few weeks that we've had activity build back up again, and I do believe that this is due to the kits leaving the drays, breeding season's over, there's a lot more squirrels on the ground, which means me, Steve and Dan have now got to up our game and try and knock them numbers down. I'll give you a brief run over the rifle that I used, as I did film this last Saturday. I was full of cold, so please excuse me if I sound a bit bunged up on that. Quick scan over the kit that I was using then. So I've got the Jack Pike rifle bag, I've got the FX DRS, that's in a 22 caliber, sub 12 foot-pound. Shooting from that, the JSB Exacts 1589, shoot really nice from that gun. Got mounted on there the DNT Zulus 5x20, day and night scope, incredible bit of kit. A lot of you will know that I was using the Hick Micro Alpex T50. Still got that, still a good scope, but this one for clarity, usability and just lightweight, it can't be beat for its money. In my opinion, I've got on there the Donny FL Fat Boy silencer. I've fitted a small Picatinny rail on the bottom just so I can get my Sabre Tactical Arca on there, which mounts to my tripod, which is a Jocan H80. Really good bit of kit, it's lightweight, it's got a ball joint on top, cheap, extendable pole, so that will rise and it declines. It's got 4 adjustments on each leg, as you can see, and one really good feature about this is this leg detaches. You can put the ball joint on top and it turns into a monopod, which is really useful when I'm out stalking pigeons, as it folds into the bottom of the rifle. Anyway, let's get into this. Nice early one this morning then. I'm in the hide now, gonna get set up, tripod set up already. I'm gonna get the rifle onto that, get myself a cup of tea poured and the heater on because it's quite nippy. There's a lot of songbirds out, jackdaws and crows, so let's hope that there's a lot of squirrels out as well. So that's the first one down, quite happy with that. Been here about 15 minutes. Was a little bit rushed because I was still messing about, making myself a cup of tea and sorting the heater out, so I had to get the rifle back onto the tripod. But I'm happy with the pellet placement. Hit it where it needed to be hit, and it's dropped straight down. So I'm going to settle back down now and hopefully we'll get a few more. So now it's the first one out of the way. It's quieting down a little bit. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to give you a little look at the DNT Zulus, the scope that I'm using on this rifle. I'll just do a little 30-second clip just to show you the clarity on that. That's a positive start to the day then. So second one down. I was just scanning the landscape, showing you guys the clarity on the DNT. and lo and behold, as I pan back onto the feeder, a squirrel jumps down. Startled me a little, so I had to reevaluate what I was doing, make sure safety was off, I was loaded, start re-recording. Luckily enough, I captured that. A real nice pellet placement again, so he's dropped straight down. That's a positive start. So it looks like we could have number 3. There's one literally just at the top of the tree. I'm going to quieten down. Hopefully he'll make his way down to the feeder. That's the third one down, as predicted. Made its way down to the feeder and then got knocked off, unfortunately for the squirrel. Nice pellet placement again, clean headshot, gone straight down. There has been quite a gap between the first 2 that I dispatched and that one. I've been here for about 4 hours, so I'm going to give it about another half an hour, then make my way down to the big feeder that's just behind me, about half a mile away, before just going for a quick catch up with Steve and then making my way over to the owl keeper to drop him off some squirrels for feed. I'm down at the big feeder now. If you can see it, it is just there at the end of my finger, roughly about 30 yards out. I will range find that anyway. But we've not got a hide here, so I'm just going to lean against a tree. I've got a bit of shelter from the trees as well, and I may make a little shield just across here with some fallen twigs. See how we get on. Nobody's had a squirrel from this yet. This is the feeder that me and Dan made the video on and brought up. It was a good 2-3 months ago. So we've had a lot of activity on it. Hopefully I can be fortunate today and get the first one and get the ball rolling with that. Well, really happy with that. First one off that feeder. So I think I'm going to call it a day now. Retrieve that one, go down and see Steve, and then get over to the owl keeper. Stay tuned right to the end because there is a little bit of bonus material, bit of a surprise from what I consider and many others to be a airgun legend and a real expert at his craft as well. So he sent some videos over on that. Andy from, if any of you remember, A.M Bushcraft, or if you look onto his Instagram, now One Man and His Dog. Really exciting to have that from him, so stay tuned and I'll pass you over to Andrew now.
Wait. Get them pigeons. Let's get them pigeons. Sit. Hello guys, hope all is well. Well, I didn't think I'd be back in front of a camera, that's for sure. As you might see, I've got my new hunting buddy. This is Bramble, my whippet, and she is an absolute fantastic little working dog. We put so much work into her over the last year. She's turned out fantastic. I didn't think I'd be back in front of a camera, to be honest. Bramble, sit down. Sit. Sit. Good girl. We're on some feral pigeons today up the farm. Reason for this video is myself and Craig have become very good friends over the last year, and we were talking about, I got so much content because I have not stopped shooting. I did have a big break, but I've been out busy. And we got talking, and Craig said, oh, you know, would you ever go back in front of a camera? And I said, not really, but I would definitely put it on your channel, because Craig's channel is probably, sit down, sit, wait, sit. Sit. Good girl. Craig's channel is the only channel I rate at the moment, apart from Simon's 66p. The rest of them have all sold their souls to the devil. It's all about products. I hardly see them properly hunting, and everybody's trying to fucking flog something. Craig, to me, is the most truest YouTuber out there at the moment, and that's not blowing smoke up his ass. And you know me, I hold no punches. I'll tell them to their fucking faces. But yeah, so Craig said, would you put a video up? And I said, for you, mate, anything. So what you're going to see in the next clip is me using my HW110. Oi, sit down. Sit. Sit. Bramble, sit. This is the first time in front of her in a YouTube video. So I'm going to use my HW110 topped off with the Alpex Gen 1. We're going to be controlling feral pigeons up here, but the video you're going to see is me rat bashing with it. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit back, we're going to hit a load of pigeons off here, make a video, and eventually that'll be on Craig's channel. So guys, if you don't subscribe to Craig's channel, please press it, subscribe to it, because there's big things coming for this channel. Mark my words. Anyway, we better settle down. There's feral pigeons in the distance, and we're going to whack them. Sit down, we got a job to do. Wait. So, from me, and this little beauty, we're going to have a fantastic day. Take care, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Oi, come on, we got pigeons. Here. Come on, sit. Let's get the pigeons. Sit. We got a job to do. Lovely. I'll give him a little headache for you. There you are. One. There we are. How about you, little cunt? Level. The one right in front of the container.